Hello, good morning everybody. This is group number 4, online section. My name is Guillermo Rosales.
My name is Andrew B.
Hello, my name is Jesus Abascal.
Hello, my name is Inti Serra.
Hello, my name is Juan Fernando Corrales.
So today we're going to talk about the perspective or the view towards people, or like in the video it was mentioning, the blind side. We were discussing with my partners while watching the video what could be the blind side. So we got several ideas, and each one of us is going to mention a little bit what they understood about blind side. But the truth is that I thought about blind side like the way we see things, the way we want to. Not the way they are, but the way we want to. The judgment we do as we saw people. For example, there are several people who are down the streets that they look dirty, they have a long beard, long hair, and dirty clothes. So the first thing that comes to your mind, it could be like, this man is going to do me a damage, or this guy is going to hurt me, or this is a homeless guy. But what if that's his style? What if he just came from work and we're thinking bad stuff? So I could think that that could be our blind side. So one image, maybe I don't know if you have saw that, is that there's this guy. He's dressed differently. He's with a white shirt, and all his arm, his whole arm has a tattoos, like fully tattoo arms, and then it's the same guy, just with a police uniform, a long shirt, and there's no tattoos. So in the first picture, you could talk about him like a criminal, like a guy that just came out from prison. But in the other one, you feel like safety if you're around him. So why do we see people like that? Why do we judge people by their looks or by their career?
Okay, I think that we judge people because how we have been educated. I think that fathers and your education when you're a kid is really important, because you make things like your parents. Suppose your parents don't agree about tattoos, you're going to have little expressions, negative expressions about tattoos, because you are going to judge people just what you see, not what you, when you know people. Like, it's different, like you see a person in the street and you're judging him without knowing him, or speaking with him, treat them is really different. The perspective of seeing and treat them.
On my point of view, I will say that we are people that may judge about what we see. So that is a big problem, because not always we have the complete vision of how is a person, but we can only see the superficial, and that makes us make and judge persons or the people, and that is very bad, because we have to give our time to know these people, if it's a different country or ethnic culture. And I don't know, that's my point of view.
Okay, once I saw a video that was posted on the internet. It was a project. They choose several people like to judge a picture that's going to be on a blank curtain. Yeah. So behind the curtain, there was gonna be the real person. So they put just like the picture, for example, a woman had to judge a man that had tattoos all around his arms and that had beard and all that. So the woman said that she wouldn't trust him, that she will think for her life, like this man could like damage her. But so after she did the judgment, they put a video of what the man is his real life. Like what he does is community service. Like he helped child that don't have parents. Like he helped old people that their kids that don't want them, that their sons and don't want them anymore in their houses. And there was also another example of an old lady. An old lady was projected in the curtain, and the woman judged her by telling her that she was inefficient, that she couldn't like work anymore, like she would do it as if she was young. But they also projected a video of what the real life of the old lady is, and the old lady is a professional woman that has a lot of master degrees and all those stuff, and she earns more money than what the lady that was judging her does earn. So this is important. Like if we just see like a picture or something, we just think on judging them, but we don't know what their real life is. And I think that criticizing someone that because of their color of skin is not something properly too. So it's something that the blind spot keep us on that we're thinking on if their color is different and if their age is different or how they dress themselves, their style. It's not the way how their real life is.
Well, I think that the main problem for this type of inequality for these people is that we are used to see how the genotypes are, right? And we see all the time that, for example, men are the ones who can fly an airplane, or only the gangsters are the ones that use tattoos. And we make used to it, right? We always see that, and that what we learn and what we think, but sometimes it's not like that, because for you to having a tattoo, it doesn't mean that you are a gangster, right? Or just because you use big pants, or you are a rapper or things like that, or you are going to make it damage to people. Sometimes it's just because they think that it's a type of art, just because they like it. It's the same way that they treat the table dancers. They think that they are prostitutes and they only do that because they want money. But some people do that just because they think it's artistic. They like to dance, and that is a type of art. But we are used to say that, or we always know that a prostitute do that, and that means that because a person dance like that is a prostitute, and it's not correct. The same way with the tattoos.
I think Jesus Abascal mentioned something really important, that we see people the way our parents show us. We see the world according the way we were introduced to it. Because I remember when I was a kid, I was with one uncle one time, and I just remember he was smoking, and I got really scared. I didn't know what to do. So nowadays I see someone smoking and I'm like, whatever. Or I remember we saw a drunk guy making noise and doing funny stuff. And I remember with my sister, we got scared and run into my father. And now it's normal. Our friends are the drunk people. So I think it's really true. We see the world the way we want it. One thing, very important thing is that Fernando Corrales also say is that sometimes people have a really bad job or a job we would never do or allow anyone to do close to us. But the truth is that they are earning their living like that, and we are no one to judge them. We have no option, no right to judge them because it's just their job, and we shouldn't see it like that. I remember I was walking with one of my friend's sisters, and she dressed really
Sexy.
yeah, very hot. So, for example, what a man thinks is that she's provoking us, like she wants something with you, or she's dressing like that just for you to grab her attention. But without me even mentioning anything, she just started to talk to me and say that, in Bolivia, there's this really bad case of women mistreated and violations and abuse towards women. And this is something really bad because it doesn't matter how a woman dress. You don't have to go and do whatever you want just because you think she's provoking you. And she told me, I know how I dress, and I dress the way I dress because I feel good like this. I like it. I enjoy it. So I changed my point of view that day. How can a woman dress, or what? If she really provoking us, or if she's doing because she feels good wearing that. And I don't know, what do you think about the woman in the video mentioning about a woman being a pilot?
I think, in my point of view, I think that the most people have more security of that a man fly than a woman, because in our minds we have that, I don't know exactly word, but it's like women are worse than men, and I think that it's not.
Is what I tell you, that we're always watching that the man is the one who is flying the airplane, and when the lady looked at was a woman that was flying an airplane, she said that she was scared for something to happen. But I think that a man and a woman could have the same abilities to be able to fly airplanes. Just because we are always watching that the men are the ones who fly the airplane, it doesn't mean that they are the only ones they can.
Something very important about that part is that she mentioned the way we want the pilot to look like. So she was practically saying that we have stereotypes. She mentioned, I remember 3 qualities. He was tall, he was white, and he had gray hair. So
It also looked like come from the army.
it also looked like he was in the army. So what if you saw a black man? What if you saw an Asian man or a Latino guy with a long hair and a long beard? Would you get out of the plane? Would you be scared? So yeah, I think that's part of the blind side, like seeing things the way you want to, and being closed-minded that things have to be the way you say so because you say so. I think that's not right.
I think the culture is another important reason because we see what our culture try to give us. Like in Central America, they don't accept tattoos because most of mareros use it, and they are. ¿Cómo se dice? And they are dangerous. And like in another countries, like in Africa and other places like that, they took the women in other, like they use all the hair.
Covered.
They are all covered, and is the culture. They saw us like weird, and we saw the culture like they're weird because they don't see too much of the woman.
Another example that the video said was about when you get into a taxi and you see that the driver is not someone of your culture, and the driver get lost in the address that you gave him, so you're starting to irritate yourself. So you're like irritating with this person that is not from your culture, and you're now discriminating him because maybe because he's of another culture, he's not. He's not gonna be like you, and he's not that intelligent as your culture is. So you're just like accepting your culture, and that's something that you're excluding someone because if it's of another culture.
Yeah, like for example, in La Ceiba, there's one girl who drives a bus, and everyone's like, she's driving a bus or she's driving a taxi, and some people don't like it, especially men. They feel intimidated by a woman who can drive. So this is what we learned from this video. So today I think we learned something new, to see things differently, not just from our perspective, but from others' perspective. And this is our final project. Thank you, Ms. Gracia. Thank you, classmates. My name is Guillermo Rosales. I'm from Honduras.
My name is Angie Ruby. I'm also from Honduras.
My name is Jesus Abascal. I'm from Guatemala.
My name is Inti Sierra, I'm from Chile.
My name is Juan Fernando Corrales, and I'm from Honduras too.
Right.